Yo, 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 Carlos. How are you today? I'm going to just turn the lights on a little bit. Hi, Jada. How are you? I'm doing all right, thank you. Wasn't feeling too well the other day. Had a terrible migraine. Just going to give it a few minutes to allow for other students to come in. Why, Carlos? It's all good. It's life. There we go, Chris. Glad to see you made it in. Yeah, Perks of Being a Wallflower is on Netflix. I know you really enjoyed that one. Hi, Tatiana. How are you? Gonna give about 2 more minutes because there's only three of you in here. So just be a little bit patient. We'll go until 10:10. If they don't join, we're just gonna roll with who we have today. How are you, Angel? I'm glad you liked it, and I really hope you connect with the story and grow from it and understand the situation that's at hand in that story. 1 more minute. Hey, Carlos, I don't know if you see it, but right here, it's a Dungeons and Dragons old uh 1980 style game. Yes, I do have another copy of that book. When we go back to school, if you'd like to borrow it, you can bring it back, but I do not mind you borrowing it. All right. So we have Angel, Carlos, Tatiana, and Jada. So this is who I'm going to be addressing. And if anyone else shows up, please make sure you comment your name in the chat. Okay. So this past week, we started The Alchemist. I assigned you guys the first 33 pages as well as the prologue. Um, in those first 33 pages, I would like to know, what are your thoughts? What is your take on this story so far? Yes, please tell Sam to join. And Angel, I'm not sure when we go back to school. What are your thoughts so far? You like it so far? What do you like about it, Tatiana? Tell me a little about what you like so far. Tell me a little bit about Santiago. Okay, thank you for that information, Carlos. Jada, what do you like about it? So far, have you guys been able to identify what points of view the alchemist is coming from? Hi, Janaya, how are you? Yes, he's a shepherd, right? He wants to see the world. He's ambitious. What point of view is the story coming from thus far? So, Jada, you say the point of view is Santiago. So, is this story written in the I perspective? Is it saying I, or is the narrator saying Santiago did this? Santiago did that? So, he's bold, ambitious, and he doesn't want to just be a priest that, such as what is assumed, he has bigger dreams and goals. Yes, I like that. Thank you for pointing that out. That's something we talked about before we got into this story. Is your dream more important than the dream that people have assumed for you or dreamed for you until this time? Something to think about. Okay, one more time. What's the point of view, guys? What is the point of view in the story? I'm going to give you about 1 more minute to answer that. Yes, good job, Carlos. Third person. Tatiana, it wouldn't be second person. Remember what we discussed in class? Second person point of view is only used when you are doing an instructional book, a recipe book, something where you're giving directions to the reader. Okay. So, second person point of view, you would not see in your biographies or acts of fiction, anything like that. Okay? So, third person. Now, third person point of view, does this person know all of what's going on with Santiago? Does this person know all of the events as they are occurring? If so, do you guys remember what that means or what the word is for that to be all knowing, to know all of the events? Anyone? So, you have the third person, right? So when the narrator is in third person, but they know all of the events that are going on, they know the past, present, and future, and can tell you exactly what Santiago did when he was on his own. What type of point of view is this? What type of narrator is that person? They are all knowing, right? They know all of the events. They know everything Santiago said. What would the word be to express that? What would the word be to express all knowing? All right, guys. I'm going to put this one up here. I'm going to give you this one. Yes, the person is wise, but that is not a term we use for point of view, right? It's third person omniscient. You guys remember that? Remember that sheet that I gave you when we went over first person point of view, third person point of view, limited or omniscient? All right. So this book is thus far coming from a third person omniscient point of view. Whoever the narrator is able to express to us exactly what Santiago is doing in the moment, exactly what he said in the moment, and is able to express to us the setting that he is in. This person is giving us the world all by themselves. Okay. So how many of you read the prologue? As omnipotent, I would say no, only because omnipotent means they have unlimited power, Chris. So this person isn't influencing the story, they are just telling the story as they were. They had no control over the situations that occurred. So in this story, Santiago is a shepherd. He's arriving with his flock to this church, and he decides to sleep there. Okay. What happens when he's at this church? What happens when he's at this church? Anything, guys? I know there's only 4 of you in here, but I would love to know if any of you guys have this. All right. Repetitive dream. And what is this repetitive dream? Tatiana. What is this repetitive dream? Or Carlos, either one of you, whoever gets it first. What is this dream? I understand he has it over and over again and it ends the same, but what is happening over and over again, Carlos? What is this dream that he is having so recurrently? All right. If you don't know specifically, this is where you can grab your book, okay, and open up to the page where you think you remember that was at, okay? So look that up. If you haven't read, make sure you please do your reading, okay? Because you have already been assigned your first reading guide for this. It's on part 1, pages 1 through 33, okay? So make sure you get that done. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Tatiana. So he has this dream about being rich or finding treasure, right? If we analyze these thoughts, these are clearly thoughts that are totally the opposite of his lifestyle, right? He is a shepherd. His family wants him to be a priest. but his dreams are a lot more ambitious, a lot more lofty. They have visions of treasure, of wealth, of something more that the lifestyle that he lives currently can provide for him. Okay? So, Santiago, when he falls asleep, okay, he is up by this giant tree, okay? When he is at this tree, this is where he has these disturbing dreams, okay? When he wakes up from this dream, you see his herd reacting some type of way. How are they reacting? And do you think they're reacting as almost a symbolism to his stirring dream? Or do you believe there's something else? Analyze how that occurred in the story. If you open to that page, analyze the reaction to his herd compared to Santiago's reaction to his dream when he first wakes up. Okay? So, Santiago's experience, he has this repetitive dream. What else? Tell me about his family. Someone brought some stuff up about his family thus far. I want to make sure you guys know what you're talking about. What else? Anybody? And why do you think that could be something that causes conflict, Tatiana? So, all right, that's not who he wants to be. Absolutely. He has more lofty ambition and better goals that are for himself, not within the framework of what his family has built for him. Yeah, they just automatically assume that being like him will just make, or being like them will make him happy. It's made them happy. It should do the same. But maybe he doesn't have the same expectations of his life. Right, Jada? So, Tatiana, are you saying that because he sleeps, this shows this genuine disinterest in the same lifestyle his family covets so much? What is the one thing that he does think about a lot? In the first 33 pages, you should have come across this. He wants to travel. Does he have anyone in mind at this current point in time? Okay. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to analyze, right? This book is something we can analyze to get a little bit of a deeper understanding or a deeper meaning, right? So he has this repetitive dream of being rich or finding treasure. From a psychological perspective, when you have dreams consistently of treasure or wealth, often, so here, if we were to analyze this, having dreams of riches can mean mental energy. They have a lot on their mind, or they have these goals, right? Typically, when someone has goals that are bigger than them, they are using a lot of mental energy to process their thoughts and feelings. Santiago's mental energy is not the same as his family's, right? Or another interpretation of this treasure in dreams, or if it's seen as money, it can represent something that you see as valuable. So whatever he's dreaming of, he may see as valuable. All right. So, depending on what kind of treasure, depending on what he thinks of, this could be a representation of what he is valuing, right? In this life, he's a shepherd. His family wants him to be a priest. Both of these lifestyles for him don't seem to have much value. And that is where he is operating from, at least in his subconscious, okay? Our character Santiago is going through experiences and growing on the fly. All right. You're going to see him interact with the girl in the market. Okay. And he thinks of this uh, girl. She's the merchant's daughter. I'm not sure if you're fully at that part, so I don't want to spoil too much. But he visits her to sell wool, right? And he sees these possibilities, and these these experiences are inspiring further thought for him, right? Living this life of experience has led him to want to learn more than just what's been set up for him. Excuse me, 1 second. Hello? Yeah, Justin, I'll call you back. Bye. Sorry, student. All right. So, Santiago's experience thus far, he's having repetitive dreams, his family goals for him to become a priest, and lastly, what's Santiago's job right now? What is Santiago's lifestyle? Can you identify that? Yes, he's a shepherd. Good job. Okay. So, he's a shepherd. He is selling the wool to a sheep, and what happens along this process? Do you guys know? Are you guys that far? It's in part one. I don't want to spoil it. I don't know if it's been hinted towards yet for you guys. I don't believe so. Okay. He comes along an old man. That does happen. Who is this old man? There's a story about Narcissus. Okay. Malversick. Good job. Okay. So pay attention to those experiences. Tatiana, I don't want you to give all the answers away to everyone. So I'm just going to leave it at that. For each of you, I have seen that you guys have not turned in your assignment yet. Those first 14 questions are due. Please make sure you get those into me by the end of the week. Okay? You should have already had them in, but I will give you until the end of this week. Okay? All right, almost done. That's good. You didn't take a picture yet? That's fine. Just make sure you take your picture and you turn it in. Tatiana, I did receive yours. You were the only one that I have received thus far. Okay? Don't worry about that. Yours is received. Okay? For those of you who have the phone numbers of individuals who did not show up today, please reach out to them. Be a good friend and let them know, hey, you missed the overview of what we've been reading thus far. Okay? That's important. I want you guys to understand that if you don't get these assignments in on time or turn them in at all, it's going to drag you down this fourth marking period. Okay? We are working at a pace to cater to you guys, so each assignment is going to be weighed a little bit harder and weighed more because there aren't going to be as many assignments as there would be when we are in class. So just be aware of that and try to help your friends out in understanding that as well. Yeah, just get it into me as soon as possible. I'd rather you turn it in than not turn it in at all. Okay? Are there any questions on Act 1 thus far? In Part 1, the first 33 pages, is there anything that confuses you or a question that maybe you have posed to yourself that maybe you would like some clarification on? Okay. Carlos, do you have any questions? I don't want to just assume. Or Angel, do you have any questions? All right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will gladly address them. Okay? I want to see you guys succeed. And I love, love, love when we can engage and have great conversation. Okay? So, make sure you turn in your Act 1 I'm sorry, your part 1, page 1 through 33. Okay. What's up, Creighton? Little late, but glad to see you're here. Okay. Your next assignment is to do and turn in. So read from page 33 to 59. Okay. Read page 33 to 59. And then let me pull up that assignment to make sure I give you the right questions for that section. 1 second. So from page 33 to 59, those are questions. All right. Those are questions 15 to 20. Okay. Questions 15 to 20 go from 33 to 47, but I would like you to get to page 59. That way you are a little bit introduced to Act 2. It's all right, Creighton. Just make sure you get this down. And Creighton, did you do your homework yet? Questions 1 through 14. Okay. Homework. Read 33 to 59. Do cues 15 to 20. Okay. All right. Just finish those and just get it into me as soon as possible. I'm going to wrap up here for today since you guys only have about 5 minutes. Please make sure you are reaching out to your classmates, okay? There's only 5 of you in here today. There are at least 11 of you in class, meaning only half of you showed up, okay? Please, please, please try to assist your friends, okay? Maybe they don't realize the impact in them not being here, or maybe they're going through something. You know, be that friend, reach out, do those check-ins, and if they just overslept, that's fine, but they need to understand how important it is to get this information. Okay? If any of you have trouble understanding any of the questions in the packet, if that is what is holding you up, you have me and Mrs. Chris here to assist. All right? You now are going to be 20 questions into this assignment. If you need help understanding any of them, reach out to us. We are here. We will answer those questions and we will have that understanding. Okay? Do not hesitate to ask. That's what we're here for. I'm always open to answering your questions. You guys reach out to me all times of the day, and I've been answering my phone. I will continue to do so, even if it's with the homework, okay? So do not hesitate. Does anyone have any questions or anything outside of just this assignment? Anything they want to tell the class or just tell me? This will be your time to do that. If not, no. Feel free to prep for your next class. And I wish you the best weekend, the best rest of your week. And I will talk to you later. Have a great day.